I'm still trying to think of, like, are there any other mech movies that I can think of that are live action? I can't think of any.
Yeah, that's the thing. There aren't a lot.
I know that there's an old one. It's like a boxing movie, kinda.
That wasn't Real Steel?
It wasn't Real Steel. It's real old. It's like the 80s.
Oh, okay.
It's like an American one versus like a Soviet one, and it was like during the Cold War that this came out.
In RoboCop, Ed 209 kind of looks like a mech, but he's not piloted by anyone, so I guess that doesn't count.
He does, yeah. And there's in like RoboCop, is it RoboCop 2 where they have like the knockoff RoboCop? They like try to make a new RoboCop, and he's like
RoboCop 2 is its name.
Oh, really?
I think it's funny because it's like they just keep saying the name of the movie, like the sequel. It's like, we need to have it be RoboCop 2.
That is kind of cute, honestly. I do think it's kind of dumb to make more RoboCop movies because I feel like the first one's perfect, ending on the note that it was, and also like just the idea of turning RoboCop into like this extremely consumerist franchise. Deeply ironic.
Oh yeah, missing the point a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah.
And the second one, they did attempt some like more satire, but it didn't quite hit the same way that it did in the first movie.
Yeah, because like they have I do remember really liking the sequence where they like keep on trying to unveil new RoboCops.
I love that, and then like they
fucking it up, and they keep like killing themselves
and killing other people. Yeah, I love it when like one lifts off his helmet, it's just this screaming skull, just like
yeah, just like in immense
in agony. Yeah, and then the other one just like shoots the scientists and then itself, just like holy crap.
Yeah, it's at least they keep on trying. Yeah, they keep on trying to like I don't know. I'm not sure if I really got really appreciated the themes they were doing there, but also like I don't know. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it enough, and I haven't seen it since I was a little kid, so I honestly don't think I remember enough of it to really have that strong of an opinion about its themes. Just there were some scenes that really stood out to me. And then I remember, you didn't see RoboCop 3.
No. I heard it sucked.
It's really bad. Because, like, in the end, he like, gets a jetpack, and, like, in the end... the thing that I remember about it is that, yeah, in the end, he flies off while the cops wave at him, like, smiling and grinning after he, like, killed the bad guys.
He's,
like, straight up a superhero.
It turns into, like, a Saturday morning cartoon at that point, right?
A little bit. I mean, it's still, like, violent and stuff. So, and there's still, like... I don't know. There's the aesthetic of satire to it.
I guess. I just feel like.
But yeah, no, it does. It doesn't quite feel like a Saturday morning cartoon, but I can see why you would say that. It feels
until it eventually actually did become a Saturday morning cartoon.
It feels like a the superhero idea played straight, and then there was the Saturday morning cartoon.
I just think the director of the first movie, the first RoboCop, Paul Verhoeven, I think his work is just mostly misunderstood. Like I feel like a lot of people who try to follow up on his work don't get it, because he also directed Starship Troopers, which is another huge like satire movie, you know.
And there were a whole bunch of other ones. I never watched any of the other ones.
And it's just like I feel like people didn't quite get it, really. Like,
which reminds me, we need to play more Helldivers.
We do. It's a good game.
It's so much fun. Let's record it too, just in case we get some good moments. We can like edit.
Oh yeah, just for fun.
See if we can edit it together.
But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, Helldivers 2 also great example of that satire.
Oh yeah, that one's way more overt. I mean.
Yeah, I think that's the one that finally convinced me that, like, people just won't see satire if they don't want to.
Right.
Like, they don't want to be made fun of by this game, so they just refuse to see that it's making fun of them. They're the one that's making fun of. Not even making fun of, like, literally telling them that they shouldn't think the way that they're thinking.
Stop this! Fucking clown.
Clown? Yeah. Okay. How are we doing? I have to look around and people keep on shooting me. Step.
Oh god. It's like not even shocking anymore. It's just like, oh, I stepped on another guy.
Yeah, the guys are like...
Gonna have to be a closed casket funeral on that one.
Oh yeah. They're just... Yeah, literally nothing in the casket.
There's nothing left to bury.
It's just mist.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah. Though if it makes you feel any better, these guys, the Word of Blake, are like, they're also fascists. So this game has kind of... well, let's actually talk about this game for a moment.
Okay. Like several episodes into it.
Yeah.
After talking about Star Wars and RoboCop and Kaiju.
All that shit. Because this game is deeply attached to all of that. Like Starship Troopers and RoboCop and Aliens and like...
It's a game that makes you think, like, are we the baddies?
Kind of. You're definitely the good guys in this game. But more that, like... It's a game that it's like one of that like war media that's like in this kind of in this like weird in between state where it thinks soldiers and war is really cool, but also it wants to say that war is bad.
Right.
Which is just super, super common in lots of different kinds of war media, I feel like.
It just starts to glorify it after a while, even though it's not trying to, or...
Kinda, yeah. Like it has like that Metal Gear Solid, I think, is the most starkly that, because Metal Gear Solid is so heavily anti-war, but also...
But look how cool this shit is, man.
Yeah, also it thinks it thinks stuff is cool. And I think it's a lot better about coming more down on the anti-war side in the end. They think like the galaxy has given in to degeneracy and that they have all this technology that they can use to like conquer it for Earth and make everybody respect technology again so that they don't cause another Dark Age. But they're fascist authoritarians about it, so they're bad guys, I guess. It's that classic Marvel movie thing of like, it's the bad guy with a point, which I hate it.
What, the Thanos thing? Like...
Yeah, because Thanos didn't have a point. It just sounds like he does.
Well, but overpopulation.
But how is his plan going to solve overpopulation? He's just going to kill half of all people and they're going to breed again. And then we're back to square one.
No, it's a paradise. Your home planet is doing better than it ever has before.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I was right, you see. I was right to do that.
Yeah, he's just kicking the can down the road. He's got a dumbass idea. You should shut the fuck up.
Purple fuck.
But I'm thinking more of the guy from Black Panther.
Oh, right, Killmonger.
Yeah, where he's like, you have all this technology to make, us rise up against white supremacy, and we should do that. And he's kind of right, TBH. But then he's like, also, I'm gonna kill all the white babies.
It's like, I was with you there until that last bit.
So then you have to fight him because I don't know. It's bad when extremists are too extreme, as if there's an issue with far-left extremists being violent at any point in history, really. But now in particular, it's I hate it. It's just like... it's so clearly the anxiety of, like, the fucking oligarchs in control of society that, like, oh no, the civil rights people are gonna... They're gonna come for their rights, and then also they're gonna massacre all our children. Because they want revenge. Which is just so regressive. Like, grow up.
I think my favorite Marvel villain was the Russian guy with the whips. He liked to use his whips and he wanted to whip Iron Man with the electric whips.
Yeah? Is that your favorite? Is that how you feel?
I thought he had a really good character motivation there.
With the whips?
The whip. He liked to whip people.
Yeah. Wasn't his idea that Tony's like stole his... What was his real motivation?
I don't remember. I don't watch Iron Man 2 that much.
Yeah, I only saw it the one time in the theater.
Really? You only never saw it again after that?
I think so. Why would I? It wasn't that good.
Sometimes I rewatch a movie to see if my opinion changes on it.
I should do that more often. We should start a movie discussion podcast.
We should. That would be fun.
That would be cool. What the fuck? Did you see how little? Did you see how much health that restored for me?
Like nothing. It was like one peg. Just here you go.
I think that's actually what the hard difficulty is. I think it just makes it so that your health items don't heal you as much. I'm not sure. I feel like the enemies aren't taking that much any more hits to kill than normal. The other thing that this game franchise kind of exists for is for like engineering weapon nerds to nerd out over speculative weaponry, basically. Which is also why this game annoyed a lot of fans, because
They didn't even talk about any of that stuff.
well, also it removes a lot of the quote-unquote realism of the weapons. Like these long-range missiles are supposed to be like what you'd see in those like missile carrying trucks. There's like a whole bunch of them, and they shoot like huge volleys of like 20 missiles.
Are we expected to believe that they would have infinite ammo of missiles?
Oh, that too. Yeah. People get real butthurt about the.
Yes, let's just have like a long drawn-out cutscene of them like reloading the missiles. Like it turns into a huge operation. No,
Yeah.
it's a fucking video game. Just fucking get over it.
Chill a little bit. And yeah, like I think it's fine for what it is, but I can kind of understand that like this is a little bit against what BattleTech is, what makes BattleTech super interesting. I feel like this makes it all come across as a little bit generic.
Would it be funny if you just like backed off a cliff, like without looking where you were going?
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
You're mean to me, you know.
Am I? I never noticed. Oh my god, am I gonna get him?
Ooh.
That's the other thing that's really satisfying about those explosions is you can catch other mechs in them if you time your shots right.
That is so cool.
Isn't it? Were you into Game of Thrones at all?
No.
Okay. Yeah. God, I'm so surprised that you don't get more into this dark fantasy stuff. It feels like you'd really like it with your interest in gothic shit and horror and all that.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. I don't know what it is about it. It's just it doesn't appeal to me a whole lot.
It makes all the adaptation decisions retroactively worse because it makes it very obvious that they don't get Game of Thrones at all. To them, Game of Thrones was... They thought Game of Thrones was successful because it was surprising. Because of, like, the character deaths were shocking. But, like, the character deaths all have, like, a strong amount of thematic resonance. So, like, you can kind of see them coming, and it's been said to death that they sacrifice the, they sacrifice a lot of the themes. God, we're gonna have to cut so much of my being an Andy.
That's fine.
So much of the themes are are completely undercut in the last one because they keep on trying to just do stuff that's surprising, which was what I was gonna connect back with. I fully put down the controller, which is what they're gonna connect back with the Avengers, because that's exactly what it feels like with Gamora. That whole thing with Gamora, they made her, everything that you said was bad about it, they did that, it feels like, just to be shocking.
Uh-huh.
And
without any, like, forethought of, like, where they were going with it. Like,
yeah, and that's the same problem with,
it's just like, let the next...
Force Awakens.
Yeah, exactly. With there's no planning in it, and it's just like, oh, just let the next writer worry about it.
It feels like they just shot a bunch of shit and then, like, haphazardly edited it in together into something that, like, vaguely seems like a movie. I know a lot of people really hate The Last Jedi, but I have so much more respect for The Last Jedi than any of those other movies in that, purely because it was saying something new and it was saying something different about Star Wars. It feels like it actually had something to say about Star Wars. It feels like those other ones had nothing to say about Star Wars other than, don't you remember Star Wars? Wasn't that cool?
Exactly, yeah.
And though I hated certain parts of it, and I think...
Oh, yeah.
I think Last Jedi really contributed to the waste of Finn as a character.
Definitely. It was just the same arc again, you know?
Yeah, like he didn't know what to do with it. It felt rushed in that sense.
Like it seemed like they were setting him up to be like a Jedi or something in The Force Awakens.
A Jedi, like a revolutionary among the like leader stormtrooper rebellion.
Yeah, like, you know, even in
Something.
like the marketing, they have him like holding the lightsaber and all that, and then they just didn't do anything with it. I guess they got cold feet or something.
Fully, I don't know, because like, again, I really feel like it was the subverting expectations thing. They were just like, I think he's gonna. Everyone thinks he's gonna be a Jedi, so we can't make him a Jedi. Like, no, make him a Jedi. People are excited about it.